Hey you guys, it's your favorite real estate professional and entrepreneur, Andrea, with another video to educate and empower you. You know my mission, you know my motto is always to help you shift your mindset, acquire assets, and buy real estate like a boss. Have you ever had a property saved maybe on your MLS, your Redfin, your Realtor.com account, and you find out it's under contract and you're like, oh my God, it's gone. And then a couple weeks later, you see that it's back on the market. Let me tell you why this happened. And for the listing agents and sellers watching, these are the top 3 reasons to choose a NACA buyer. In a traditional real estate sale, underwriting, which is literally the lender's underwriters taking a fine-tooth comb through your mortgage application and your financial posture. In a standard traditional real estate transaction, this process happens right before settlement. However, NACA members go through this underwriting process from the very beginning. So what does this mean? It means that from initial intake, a NACA member's financial posture, asset and income documents are analyzed to ensure that they are buyer ready. So number 1 reason to choose a NACA buyers are viable and solid. They've gone through underwriting from the very beginning, and the likelihood of them not closing is minimum to none. So when you see a house that goes back on the market after being under contract for a while, what probably happened is the buyer had some sort of issues with financing and could not complete the sale. They may have purchased something they couldn't purchase, or when they were pre-qualified by their lender, a thorough analysis was not completed and the lender did not have a full assessment of where they stood as a buyer, and it wasn't discovered until the end. Unfortunate, but it happens. Number 2 reason to choose a NACA buyer is upon ratification of contract, NACA buyers go through a reassessment, which is called credit access, where they have to show that they are still in the financial position that they were when they were qualified. Not only that, from qualification to closing, they have to continually update their member file with bank statements, pay stubs, all asset and income documents to let the lender know that they are still viable, solid, and ready to make such a big investment as buying a home. Number 3 reason to choose a NACA buyer: education, preparation, and accountability. A lot of people love the NACA program because it offers down payment, closing costs, and below market interest rates, but the program was created to counsel and educate buyers on the huge investment of home ownership. So as a NACA buyer goes through this program, they are constantly being educated and prepared for what buying a home entails. This includes budgeting, saving, and also giving them a clear idea of any costs associated with this purchase. They're also being prepared as far as the process from start to finish. So if or when you come across a NACA buyer, or if you are a NACA member yourself, you can be confident to communicate to the seller or the listing agent of the property you want to purchase and let them know that you are solid, you are viable, and that NACA members have gone through a rigorous process to make sure they are fully qualified and prepared for the purchase of that home. A huge part of what I do as a real estate professional is communicate with listing agents and sellers about the viability of my clients. When I'm working with NACA buyers particularly, I spend a huge amount of time ensuring that sellers know that they can have confidence in closing capabilities of my NACA members. Why? Because by the time they get to me, I know they are fully prepared because of the process they've gone through. One of the advantages of working with NACA members over the last few years is that I'm able to help more buyers stay ready, so they don't have to get ready. Working with NACA members in the last few years has allowed me to help buyers overcome some of the obstacles that members have had in the past. So if you haven't already, I would highly encourage you to connect with a real estate agent that knows the NACA process and can help you successfully maneuver to homeownership. And if you're a seller or listing agent, I hope you have been further educated on the NACA program and you'll see why it's advantageous for you to work with or consider a NACA buyer.